I thought it fitting to read a poem that actually was born out of a an initiative that Carla heads, which is West Oakland and West Africa. And this poem was or written responding to a line from a partner poet who is in Lagos, Ifeanyi Chukwu, uh, and Amungalu, and it's called Origin. Intoxicate minds of all who lip them, says my cousin. Or was it my brother, or was it another, or anyone at all? I come from a place where memory slips as easily as fingers across a silk dreadlock head wrap. I come from loblolly pines lining the hallway, from the taste of smoke from a backyard barbecue, even when you don't eat meat. I come from train whistles and routine rumbles shaking June bedroom between evening cicada songs and a radio tuned to Foxy 107, 104. Gray fox, fox squirrel, flying squirrel, white-tailed deer that call this land home. Land green with grasses, with cotton and tobacco fields ancestors would work, and golden mud they would walk across as much as they would swim in. The noose, a river that the Nusiak people once tended. The noose, a river my father learned to swim in his youth as much as what he barely escaped and contained in the answer he would give to how you doing. Kick him, but not too high. I come from the earth like seedlings, radical work to claim March sun and say, this is my light. Have you ever seen a yellow daffodil open up? I come from exodus and bloom, from trying to find the difference between to heal and to cure, from rebirth and beginnings anew, from the kunk of skateboard wheels over sidewalk cracks on Wilmington nights and afternoons, head bobbing between headlights behind shrubs. I come from the Mars dust tone gleam of a street drummer's skin in the sun, from the pattern in a mother's skirt as she leads her toddler in dance to the beat on Market Street in San Francisco, from the sun greeting somewhere behind Bay Bridge, expanse and fog. I come from a nod to every Black man I pass, from Brian and Bill in San Francisco to Telegraph Ave and 18th Street at Cafe Van Cleef in Oakland, from a year of pandemic growth untwisted to locks fit together 10 years, which begin with Miss Angie, Oakland's finest loctician, and end in hands that first braided in Senegal. I come from a three extending beyond 60 seconds at the end of a digital clock when the police pull me fit together 10 years, which begin with Miss Angie, from an officer's hand over holster as a murder of crows scatter from lampposts like a dark dandelion blown by exhale and summer wish. I come from a place where making a living means more than fighting for rights, and it was designed to be that way, like a cypress tree with roots deep in a dark swamp. I come from laughter and long embraces from aunties, from the rustle of a few dollars from a suit pocket into a collection plate as you brought me from a mighty long way tenderly escapes the mouth of the alto section of choir, from look to your neighbor and say, neighbor. I said, I want you to say, neighbor. He brought me from a mighty long way.